It's Nolan.
Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
I've been raking up off these niggas for a minute now. Hey, y'all gonna learn to listen one way or another though. Hey, let's get it. Let me show you how I keep the money coming. Strapped up like he check, nigga run it. In the mirror, yeah, I love what I'm becoming. Ain't no discussion, boy, don't make me spit your onion. Hey, let me show you how I keep the money coming. Strapped up like he check, nigga run it. In the mirror, yeah, I love what I'm becoming. Ain't no discussion, boy, don't make me spit your onion. Flashback to the days, I was in the days. I was sleeping on the couch, couldn't nobody stay. I was serving up the chicken, couldn't get a raise. Now I'm cooking up the game like I'm Bobby Flay. Fuck rap, I ain't got no friends in this shit. Put them M's to the front like a Benz in this shit. I be swimming through the money, got some fins in this shit. I be stomping through the street like some Timbs in this bitch. Made trends in this shit, but some IOUs, but I don't lose. Construction how I tighten them screws. Tie my shoes, back on the block, straight to the bag, ho. Jumping off the porch for that green like a tadpole.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry. And I'm on search for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this afternoon, going into the evening. Y'all know we're here to talk about Kendrick Lamar. But before we get into K-Dot News, I want to give a quick update. We've been talking about Dodie 6 for the last couple of days. And word on the street is that Dodie 6 is not actually on meth, all right? His father has spoken to Lush One, who is a host over there at No Jumper. I don't fuck with No Jumper. I don't fuck with Adam 22, but Lush One says that he's been friends with Dodie, known him since he was about 16 years old. He's also cool with Dodie's father. He's not on meth. He is, however, smoking on them whippets. If you go look around, you can see it. I'm not gonna post it because we don't support that anyway. But he is on whippets, and Dodie's father also says that they do have his publishing pretty much in order. So at some point he is going to get his money. I think the calculations say that Hey Now has probably generated in mass about $5-6 million. He's projected to get about $100K at minimum, not to mention any money coming off of the usage in the Chanel ad and stuff like that. So there's definitely money on the way. Just like I said yesterday in my video breaking down how the royalty game and publishing actually works, and you know how he could have been sustaining himself in the meantime. But it does seem that, you know, his head just ain't necessarily wrapped on the way it could or should be right now. He's going through a lot, but just wanted to give a quick update since we have talked about him. He's not in the best condition, you know, off them whippets, but he is not on meth. His royalty situation is being worked out, and eventually maybe we'll see him return to form. Okay, now let's move on into the show. One thing that I did see going around is some idiots on Twitter, and they were posting about Kendrick Lamar's Houston show, which is tonight. And they were basically trying to say that the show was canceled due to poor ticket sales. Now, if y'all can remember, I did talk about Kendrick's ticket sales in Houston a couple weeks ago, and I wasn't all that thrilled about how Houston been showing up for my boy. You feel me? I think at the time it was somewhere around the 70% margin for tickets sold. They're around 75% sold as of, I think, the last update, which was yesterday. I don't know how everything is looking today. I do see that people are, you know, trying to get last minute tickets. I think they even maybe adjusting the pricing so people can get those last minute tickets around $150 or something like that. So we'll see what the actual capacity ends up being. But make no mistake, even at the 75% rate, over 35,000 tickets have been sold for the Houston show. So that's nothing to play with. 35,000 in one room. You can't downplay that in any type of way. I don't give a fuck what niggas talking about, right? But I do want to show this stupid ass, fake ass, TMZ ass, Photoshop ass thing that's been floating around that came across my radar this morning. Because what the hell, bro? So this is a graphic that was made by some OV hoes online. This is not an official TMZ graphic. We already know this ain't no official TMZ graphic because TMZ don't even do this. And if it ain't on they page or their website, we already know what's up. But check this out. It says Kendrick Lamar's tour hits major setback. Houston show canceled amid embarrassing rumors. Houston, Texas. Things are looking rocky for Kendrick Lamar's Grand National Tour after officials at NRG Stadium abruptly canceled his upcoming show, citing low ticket sales as the breaking point. But the cancellation is just the tip of the iceberg. Rumors are flooding social media that the entire tour may be in You stupid motherfucker. Boy, I just came on here the other day and I showed y'all in bold print from touring data, 90% of the entire tour is sold out. So what do you mean the tour is in jeopardy with your dumb ass? I would love to know the original creator of this post so that we could just laugh at your ass all the way till you fall into the goddamn street. Anyway, with insiders claiming some previous shows were underattended. What previous shows are we talking about? Nigga only did one show, and that bitch was sold out $60K in the motherfucking building in Minneapolis with your dumb ass. Put your real logo on it next time instead of trying to blame it on TMZ. Talking about with insiders claiming some previous shows were so underattended that staff were ordered to cut the lights mid-performance just to conceal rows of empty seats. I don't recall seeing any such thing. I seen a whole crowd with cell phone lights all the way up to the goddamn ceiling. That's what I saw. One attendee described a bizarre moment during a recent show. Recent show now, we're talking about this man only did one concert so far. One attendee described a bizarre moment during a recent show. The crowd was dead quiet, and suddenly the pre-recorded laugh track cut off. Pre-recorded laugh track? What you think he was at a play? What the hell you thought? You thought Kendrick was out here doing Raisin in the Sun? What you talking about? Goddamn laugh track? Well, what you think we doing? I know his favorite show is Martin, but what? The pre-recorded laugh track cut off, and it was just silence. Now, you know that's a narrative they tried to create, just like they tried to say that the NFL put artificial crowd noise on the Super Bowl performance. They say that awkward moment allegedly led to a mishap on stage when a backup dancer accidentally dropped SZA, blaming the incident on not being able to adjust for her weight in the dark. Now there is a clip of a dancer dropping SZA. That is true. But the rest of the scene that they're painting is completely false. They say now organizers are in full damage control mode. Sources say safety concerns and disappointing turnout are pushing the team to reconsider the future of the entire Grand National Tour. We're evaluating the risks, one insider said. Low attendance is one thing, but it's starting to get dangerous. Stay tuned. This story's just heating up. I wish I knew who made this fake ass article / graphic. You need to be exposed for the idiot that you are, because this looked like straight parody. This looked like goddamn MTO latest update with a TMZ logo on that bit. But I take pride in correcting the fuck shit that be coming out here. You know, on everybody. Like if it's fuck shit about notable people, I just don't like that stuff growing legs the way it do without being debunked. It's a pet peeve of mine. Right? So once again, the Houston show, even if it doesn't sell another ticket, they've already done more than 35,000 in the building. They're going to have an amazing time. It's going to be a beautiful show. I know a couple folks out there that's going to be going. Shout out to Opinionated Truths. And all is well, man. Don't I'm sure y'all wouldn't be fooled by the bullshit, but For anybody who could potentially run across it in the future, just know J Nolan showed y'all, told y'all this shit not real. Okay, now let me pull up the tweet confirming the 75 percentile, which still it's not great, but it's not bad either. You know what I mean? The tweets on that. So here's the latest update. Update on Kendrick's next show at NRG Stadium in Houston. Estimated tickets sold 36,133. That is a 75.86% of all tickets sold. They say Houston, get ready. And that was posted yesterday at 9:28 a.m. So there's still more updates to be seen. We have not gotten an update as of today, but that was as of yesterday in the morning. So I'm quite sure more tickets have sold by then. Wouldn't be surprised if they're getting closer to the 40,000 margin. But, you know, Houston, get y'all stuff together though, man. What's going on? We need y'all to show up, show out, and let it be known. You know what I'm saying? Unless y'all really got a problem with my boy. Now, in other Kendrick Lamar news, I can't confirm or deny that this is true, but we do have a clip of the company man here who says that the TV Off music video is dropping very soon. I don't know if we can expect it today, tomorrow. I don't know, right? Remember, DJ Head said that this was supposed to be a very interesting week. Everything is going to be going crazy. He also said that we would have a lot to talk about by the time all the guys, including himself, Jeremy Hecht, and Elliott Wilson, get back together tomorrow to shoot the bigger picture. So if we're expecting some big conversation piece to hit, it would have to happen sometime between now and what time they going live tomorrow. I don't know what time that is, but within the next 24 hours, I would assume it would have to go down in order to have a lot to talk about. Because so far we did have things to talk about with the tour, the promotions. I mean, not the promotion, but the visuals, the storyline of the concert. Had a lot to talk about with this Doty thing, Shannon Sharp unrelated. But I'm waiting on this momentous occasion that DJ Head was talking about. So here's the video of the company man saying that he received a call that a TV Off video is on the way. All right. So this could be the big news. I just don't know. All right.
Project. I'm also hearing that we're getting a TV Off video very soon. Very soon. Got a very interesting call yesterday saying that a TV Off video is very close. So it's Kendrick Lamar season. Anyone who's got a problem with it, this is not a good time for y'all. Project. I'm also hearing that.
So we do have that. So again, that's Justin Hunt, aka the company man, with his assessment. We do know that there was like a lefty gunplay appearance in the Grand National Tour kickoff for the TV Off performance. Shit get crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. I don't know if his visual was a part of the music video or if this was something that was, you know, just kind of makeshift made and sent in for the thing, or maybe they got with him before the tour kicked off. I don't know. And the only reason why I'm saying I don't know so much is because I don't want to put out information and put my stamp on it. I know there's people out there that would just put theories out there and speak on them definitively, but y'all know that ain't my thing. So we just gonna have to keep our eyes peeled. And again, DJ Head, if we don't get nothing before y'all go live tomorrow, I'm sorry, brother. I fuck with you, but you're gonna have to go in the blender, okay? Let's get to other Kendrick Lamar news, because he's also leading in nominations for the American Music Awards. He has 10. He got 10 of them motherfuckers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5 on their ass at the AMAs. Now, it's going to be very interesting to see how many he actually walks away with on the night of, but let's get to that. All right, so we're on Billboard. Says Kendrick Lamar leads 2025 American Music Awards nominations. Post Malone is second with 8 nods. Billie Eilish, Chappell Roan, and Shabuzi each landed 7. Okay, Kendrick Lamar leads this year's AMA Award nominations with a total of 10, including Artist of the Year, Album of the Year, and Song of the Year. Nah, let me know all 10 of them bitches, bruh. Impressively, He has 3 of the 5 nominees for favorite hip hop song, Like That, with Future and Metro Boomin, Not Like Us, and Luther with SZA. Damn, he about guaranteed to win on that one, ain't he? Lamar, who already has 3 AMA wins to his name, could tie Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston for the most awards in a single year should he win in all 8 categories. So he's in 8 categories, and if they say he already won 3 in the past, so if he sweeps, he'll have a total of 11. I don't know if he gonna sweep that. You know, people will come out and really try to say that it's bought, it's paid for, it's rigged. So I don't really want that narrative to be placed out there, but I'm sure he's gonna come away with some wins. That's for damn sure. You know what I mean? Post Malone is runner-up with 8 nominations, including Artist of the Year, Album of the Year, and Song of the Year for I Had Some Help, his Smash collab with Morgan Wallen. I'm going to skip past some of this stuff. They say women artists did well in the nominations. 7 of the 10 nominees for Album of the Year are women, as are 6 of the 10 nominees for Artist of the Year. Chaperone is the only artist to be nominated in all 3 of this year's new categories: Album of the Year, Song of the Year, and Social Song of the Year. Of the 49 artists to receive 2 or more nominations, just 3 were groups or duos, a sign of how dominant solo personalities are in this era. Okay, we're going to keep going here. 2 of the 5 nominees for favorite country album are by black artists, a sign of increased diversity in the genre. Beyonce's Cowboy Carter and Shaboozie's Where I've Been Isn't Where I'm Going are both vying for the prize. The artists are also nominated for favorite female country artist and favorite male country artist, respectively. Shout out to Ariana Grande. We're going to keep this moving. The 51st AMAs will be hosted by Jennifer Lopez. Very interesting choice. It's set to air live from Las Vegas on Monday, May 26th. So we have a month out from now. The show will air live coast to coast at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on CBS and stream on Paramount Plus in the U.S. This marks Lopez's second time hosting the ceremony, a role she first took on in 2015, 10 years ago. Lopez, who has performed on 10 previous AMA telecasts, will also perform on this one. Now, I was cool with hosting. Anyway, this will be the first regular music awards broadcast in 2.5 years since the show in November 22 that was hosted by comedian Wayne Brady. This will also be the first regular AMAs broadcast on CBS. The AMAs aired on ABC from 1974 to 2022, so this will now be under a new channel. Okay? So that's gonna be interesting. Let's go through the rest of the nominations. You know, we kind of got the picture and all this other stuff. So here's the list of the nominees, right? Artist of the Year, you got Ariana Grande, Billie Eilish, Chaperone, Kendrick Lamar, Morgan Wallen, Post Malone, Sabrina Carpenter, SZA, Taylor Swift, Zach Bryan. That's a pretty big category. I'm used to maybe 5 artists being nominated. And y'all got about 10 on that bit, man. Y'all know who I'm going for in that category, though. New Artist of the Year. Kendrick's clearly not going to be eligible for that, but you got Benson Boone, Chaperone, Gracie Abrams, Shaboozey, Teddy Swims, Tommy Richmond. It's kind of stacked. Can go any way. Shaboozey, to me, I mean, he had the #1 record every time that Kendrick wasn't #1 for like damn near a year. I will put him there, but you know, we'll see. Album of the Year, which is a new category. I find that to be interesting. You got Beyonce with Cowboy Carter, Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft, Chaperone, Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, Charlie XCX with Brat, Gracie Abrams, The Secret of Us, Future and Metro Boomin, We Don't Trust You, Kendrick Lamar, GNX, Post Malone, F1 Trillion, Sabrina Carpenter, Short and Sweet, Taylor Swift, The Torture Poets Department. I'm looking between B and Dot, but you know, this is the American Music Awards. It could go any way. Song of the Year, which is also a new category. Look at y'all trying to get with the times. You know, we got Kendrick Lamar with Not Like Us in the category. Also, you have Benson Boone, Beautiful Things, Billie Eilish, Birds of a Feather, Chaperone, Hosier, Too Sweet, Lady Gaga and Bruno, Die With a Smile, Post Malone, blah, blah, blah. We'll see how it goes. Collaboration of the Year, you got Kendrick Lamar and SZA with Luther, Lady Gaga and Bruno, Marshmello and Kane Brown, Post Malone, Morgan Wallen. Gonna be very interesting because Luther has been the number one joint out there lately. You got Social Song of the Year, new category. Chaperone Hot to Go. Joe with In the Beginning. Doechie's Anxiety. I find that to be interesting that Anxiety made the cut. What is the cutoff for the AMAs? Because Anxiety just released a couple weeks ago compared to most of these songs that came out last year. I find that to be interesting. Lola Young with Messy. Shabuzi Abar song Tipsy. Tommy Richmond, $1 Million Baby. It's viral as fuck though. But I ain't gonna lie. I am ready for these award shows to update their cutoff. You know, because it don't really make sense to win in 2026 for music you released in 2025. You know, seems a little retroactive. I mean, it can all be in the collection, but if we can make these things happen a little bit more concurrently with the actual releases, that would be nice. But that's just wishful thinking. It ain't gonna happen. Favorite touring artist. That's interesting. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to understand why Nicki Minaj ain't in this favorite touring artist list. Y'all know I'm not even like super big on shouting. You know, she wanted the biggest, one of the best. You know, but y'all know I'm not crazy about her music. Like, she's talented as fuck, but she had one of the biggest tours last year. I think that's a little fucked up. But, you know, she's used to it. Let's see. Favorite music video. Benson Boone, Karol G, Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, Lady Gaga, Bruno. I never even seen these other videos. So shout out to Kendrick. We'll see. Male pop artists. We're going to skip that. Female pop artists. Cool. Favorite pop album. Y'all know I don't really deal with pop all that much. Favorite male country. I'm pulling for Shabuzi. Female country. I'm pulling for Beyonce. Favorite country duo. I ain't got no dog in the fight. Favorite country album. I'm going with Beyonce. Favorite country song. I'm going with Shabuzi. Let's get to the real shit. Favorite male hip hop artist. Thank you. We got Drake, Eminem, Future, Kendrick, and Tyler. It's a pretty good category. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody put numbers on the board last year. Love them or hate them. But I think Kendrick's walking away with that one. Favorite female hip hop artist. You got Doechii, Glorilla, Lotto, Megan Thee Stallion, Sexy Red. This is another stacked category. You feel me? Especially when you look at the first four names in the list. Y'all know I'm not big on Sexy Red. I think she's way overhyped, and the talent don't match the smooth taste. But if I'm going off of the last year, I'm probably between Megan, Glow, and Doechii. I'm going to just roll with Megan, but Glorilla is definitely a super strong contender. And I think some of the people that would rather not fuck with Megan, they fuck with Glow. So she has a little bit more favor in her direction. Doechii is coming off of, you know, Grammys and stuff like that. So she's still a strong contender despite being probably the smallest artist out of the bunch. But she's also one of the favorites in the space. You know, she's being pretty universally embraced outside of, you know, targeted campaigns against her, but everybody else is on board. So that's going to be a very interesting category. Favorite hip hop album. You got Eminem with The Death of Slim Shady, which was actually solid for somebody who's not been wanting to hear a lot of Eminem in the past decade. If you can get into the mindset of listening to a Slim Shady album, it's actually solid. Future and Metro Boomin, We Don't Trust You. That was solid. Gunna 101, I wasn't a fan. I know everybody seems to like that album. I was more of a fan of the previous, the one where when he first got out. Kendrick Lamar, GNX, y'all know. Tyler Chromacopia, that's also a strong contender. I don't know if it wins at the AMAs. I think Kendrick might take that one too. But M and Future are also strong contenders. I don't know. But I think Kendrick's going to take that. Chromacopia is definitely deserving though, if it does walk away. Favorite hip hop song, you got Future Metro Kendrick, Like That, Glorilla TGIF, Glorilla and Sexy, What You Know About Me, Kendrick Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar and SZA, Luther. I think Kendrick's going to win either way it goes. Not Like Us is the biggest song of the last year. I think that's pretty easy. If you want to go current, Luther. Like That is still a strong one. It went number one also. TGIF it was a fan favorite last year out of all of hip hop, but I don't know if it had the impact of a Not Like Us or a Like That or even a Luther. So that's tough. We're gonna see though. Favorite male R&B artist: Bryson Tiller, Chris Brown, Party Next Door, The Weeknd, Usher. I ain't gonna lie, as somebody who fucks with R&B, that category feels outdated. Male R&B needs some fucking life support quickly. Bryson Tiller, his album was actually solid, but nobody gave a fuck. Chris Brown, I don't listen to Chris, but I know he still has a big fan base. Party Next Door, how the fuck? Yeah, he dropped a project with Drake, but the songs people care about don't even include him. The Weeknd, did he drop an album last year? I wouldn't know. I don't listen to him neither. Usher, they just needed to fill the category. Shout out to Usher though. He one of the greatest of all time. Favorite female R&B artist. She got Kehlani, Money Long, Summer Walker, SZA, and Tyla. That's an interesting lineup. I feel like there was some other. How's Coco Jones not in the mix? But okay. That's gonna be interesting. I think you gotta give it to SZA. SZA's been the most impactful out of the bunch. Tyla's the newest, but I don't even know if I would categorize her music as categorically R&B. It's more of a Afro beats vibe. It's got R&B melodies though. Favorite R&B album: Bryson Tiller with Self-Titled, Party Next Door with P4. I forgot that fucking P4 shit even dropped. Jesus. Okay, they trying to give him some more leg room in the seat. Party Next Door and Drake with Some Sexy Songs for You. SZA, SOS Deluxe Lana. The Weeknd, Hurry Up Tomorrow. I never even knew it came out. I would say SZA out of the bunch again, but I really don't care who wins that category. Favorite R&B song: Chris Brown, Residuals. That's a big one. Money Long, Made for Me, also a big one. SZA with Saturn. The Weeknd, Playboi Carti with Timeless, and Tommy Richmond with $1 Million Baby. I could see SZA walking away for it, but I wouldn't be mad at Money Long getting that check for Made for Me. You know what I mean? Favorite male Latin artist. I'm not really well versed in this category here. Bad Bunny, Fade, Peso Pluma. Shout out to Peso Pluma though. My little brother love him. Raul Alejandro, Tito Double P. Shout out to all of y'all. Any of y'all could take it and it will just be fine. Female favorite Latin artist: Becky G, Karol G, Natti Natasha, Shakira, Young Miko. I don't know none of the material y'all put out last year. More power to you. Same goes for this category and the next and the next. Are there any other hip hop? No. All right, perfect. Out of what I saw in there, I think Kendrick probably walks away with at least 4, maybe 5 of those wins. You know what I'm saying? If he's sweet, we not going to hear the end of that shit. I'm not really going to give 2 fucks, but I don't want to see motherfuckers come online and be talking about, oh, they cheated, TDE paid them off. Them and Rock Nation, as if Kendrick is even signed to Rock Nation. Them and Rock Nation, it's their fault. They're buying up all the slots. Stupid motherfuckers. Is there anything else that needs to be addressed in this show on Kendrick News? Just as I was preparing to close out this video, we have Grand National Tour updates for the first show out in Minneapolis. Okay, so it wasn't 60,000 in the building. It was 47,000 at 100% sold. Okay, so the Grand National Tour report: U.S. Bank Stadium, Minneapolis, reported tickets sold 47,354. 100% tickets sold. Average revenue over $9 million. $9,124,989. Average sale price was $192. And that report comes via Touring Data, which is the official platform that gives out these numbers, okay? And also, with that $9 million, Kendrick Lamar earns the highest grossing concert by a rapper in U.S. history, with $9.124 million at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis on April 19th, 2025. Nigga, bomb. Okay, so he just had the biggest hip-hop concert of all time in the U.S. How about them fucking apples for the K-Bots? Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there. More to come, all right? Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.